to North Cyprus.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're heading to one of Europe's most popular beach destinations, Cyprus. Now when we think of Cyprus, most of us picture places like Larnaca, Limassol or Nicosia. But have you ever considered exploring the northern part? I'm talking about North Cyprus, the country that doesn't exist since it's only recognized by one other country in the world. This country is often overlooked, but it's packed with rich history, stunning natural beauty and unique experiences. So come along with me as we dive into the Cyprus you've never seen before.
Cyprus vodka.
Cyprus vodka. You can burn that.
Oh wow, it's very strong. So as you can see, that is the border crossing right there. You literally just walk across it. It's in the middle of Nicosia. You walk straight across it. And now, from the sound of the call to prayer, you can hear that we are officially in North Cyprus. You can see over there is the United Nations sign. That's because in Cyprus there is like a buffer zone between north and south.
Getting to North Cyprus is really easy. We arrived at an airport on the Greek side and took a taxi to the border where we crossed over to the north side in no more than 10 minutes. For those who don't know, Cyprus has been divided since 1974 after tensions between Greek and Turkish Cypriots escalated, leading to Turkey stepping in after a Greek-backed coup. Now the island is split into a northern Turkish side and a southern Greek side, with the UN buffer zone, also known as the Green Line, running through the middle to keep the peace and prevent conflict. If you look closely, you'll see the buffer zone is scattered with abandoned, ruined houses and buildings, and bullet holes and signs of the old conflict are still visible on the remaining structures, which serves as a stark reminder of the island's past. Traveling between the north and south is perfectly safe now, and for the past 20 years, people from both sides have been able to cross the border with ease at designated checkpoints.
And we're in North Cyprus! So excited to be here. The last time that I was actually in Cyprus was, I think I was like 5 years old. But this man over here is actually Turkish Cypriot.
Once we picked up our car at the border, which was actually super easy, we wasted no time diving into the day's activities. Of course, we had to start with a dip at one of Famagusta's beaches, known for being some of the best and cleanest in the world.
Wow guys, look at how blue the ocean is. This is amazing.
When people think about Cyprus, they often picture the beaches in Ayia Napa or Limassol, but honestly, the beaches in Famagusta are probably the best on the island. The water is super crystal clear and it's not too deep, making it the perfect spot for families and just to chill and relax with friends. We spent hours swimming and snorkeling in the clear waters, and I enjoyed every bit of it, until we finally had enough sea and sand and decided to head into the town for a change of pace.
Okay, so you guys can see over there that there's the sign for the Knights Templar. This is a 700-year-old church, and it's been transformed into a bar. There's obviously not much use for churches now in North Cyprus, as the majority of the population is Muslim, so the churches have been converted into other things, and like I said, this one's a bar. So here we go.
The whole situation is pretty funny and ironic. It's an old Christian church that has been converted into a bar in a Muslim country. But in North Cyprus, even though most people identify as Muslim, it's more laid back than you would expect, and most people drink and don't actually practice, so the vibe is pretty relaxed. Famagusta has a rich and fascinating history. It was once known for being a hub for trade and commerce, and it's also known for its stunning Christian churches and a vibrant community. Today you can see the remnants of that past, like the yellow postbox marked with King George's initials, which was a nod to the British administration that once governed the island, and it's a little piece of history that adds so much charm to this unique town.
Okay, so we are in Famagusta, one of the most beautiful and historical cities in northern Cyprus. This is also where Elliot's family is from. We're actually seeing some of his family, so it's so wonderful, it's so beautiful. You can see right behind us over here is actually a cathedral, a church. It looks very much French style. But what's really, really interesting, you can see in the corner over there, there's actually a minaret. So all the churches have been turned into mosques. This is really, really amazing because this is actually a functional mosque, but it looks, I mean, it doesn't look, it is a church. Absolutely amazing. And something totally unique to this region and this part of the world.
It was a pretty amazing experience walking into what looked exactly like a church but is now a functional mosque. Wanting to soak it up a little bit longer, we grabbed some ice cream in the square right in front of the church, or shall I say mosque. Eating gelato in front of a building that used to be a church and is now a mosque in Cyprus was definitely a unique experience and something you don't get to do in many places around the world. Before long, we were feeling hungry, so we headed down the quaint streets of Famagusta to Patek Patisserie and Brasserie. Elliot was super excited to show me the birds and turtles swimming in the fountain, since this was a place he visited as a kid. But the real reason we were there? The Turkish delights. Patek is renowned for the delicious Turkish delights, having been a family-run business since the 70s. I've never been a fan of Turkish delights, but even I have to say that these were the best Turkish delights that I've ever had.
Meat?
They're all amazing, I have to say. This is my favorite though. Pomegranate. This castle behind us is called Othello Castle. Shakespeare wrote Othello, the very, very famous book. And as you can see, this was obviously the inspiration behind it. Can you believe this is in Cyprus? Amazing.
I think it was a play, no?
I've never heard a call to prayer from a church before, but that is exactly what I'm listening to right now.
After the sun set, we made our way to Kyrenia, about an hour away from Famagusta. This is where we'd be basing ourselves for the trip. But before we got there, we stumbled upon a very strange convenience store that caught our attention.
Guys, this is inside the supermarket, like a full-on pet store. Pigeons, birds.
Our Airbnb faced Kyrenia Harbour, which was a prime spot bustling with people enjoying the lively atmosphere, great restaurants, and all-around fantastic vibe. The view from the balcony was absolutely amazing and the sunset was gorgeous. Getting to enjoy that every night was a real treat.
Morning guys! So we are headed to Guzelurt, am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yep.
Guzelurt, which is a local Saturday market in northern Cyprus. It's about a 40-minute drive from Kyrenia, at least that's what the GPS sat-nav says.
Can't find it.
We have this man in front of us who's showing us the way to the farmer's market because we can't find it anywhere. Like we've asked like 10 different people, can't find it. So this sweet old man at this little coffee shop playing cards just jumped on his bike and he's like, I'll show you the way. So look at that. Northern Cypriot hospitality, and that's our guide. Amazing.
Çok teşekkürler.
Special attention is deserved by the Wandering Farmers Market in northern Cyprus. It's unique not only for its long history, but also for its unusual schedule of operation. The market operates on different days in different cities, which is part of the charm. Many years ago, local farmers established the tradition of bringing their fresh produce to nearby cities for sale, and this practice has been preserved to this day. You can find all kinds of fruits and vegetables grown by the local farmers, along with various spices, olives, cheeses, and even homemade spirits. It's a true taste of the region.
I also need these for my gin and tonics too, so. Everyone tries before they buy over here. You just eat as you go along.
Grappa.
Wow.
It's like a grappa, you know the Italian grappa.
Cyprus vodka.
Cyprus vodka. You can burn that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, strong alcohol, yeah.
It's very nice. It's very strong. But it's
So
nice.
these are-
Look at all this amazing stuff that we have. This is one of the nicest markets that I've ever been to. The homemade cheeses, the apricot jams. I'm loving northern Cyprus.
After visiting the market and stocking up on some amazing ingredients, we headed back to our Airbnb in Kyrenia to whip up some lunch with our fresh ingredients.
Guys, this is incredible.
We also made a Turkish breakfast the next day with the same ingredients from the market, and let me tell you guys, it was incredible. Oh, and let's take a moment to appreciate the view. It's not bad at all for a place that's not considered a country.
Guys, have a look at this breakfast that we have cooked up. This is incredible. I am so excited to eat it. Look at that. Okay, we have got the scrambled eggs over here, topped with chilies and spring onions, and then we have the pastorma, which is that Cypriot sausage that I was telling you about, all on the outskirts. We've got fresh vegetables over here and olives, cucumber, tomato, chekistes, and help me with this pronunciation, Elliot.
Which one?
The black ones.
Zeytin.
And zeytin, hillim, and this is another farm cheese that we got, fried hillim, let me specify. Turkish tea over here, and fresh fruit. You can't have a Turkish breakfast without a little bit of fresh fruit. And then obviously, like I said, the çörek. That is heaven on earth, guys.
The natural beauty of North Cyprus is unparalleled, with charming small towns nestled within the mountains. While we were on our way to a hidden swim spot in Kyrenia, we decided to stop at the side of the road to pick some fruits and peppercorns. North Cypriots have a real love for fruit, and stopping along the road to gather fresh goodies is actually a very common practice here.
Peppercorns. You want to pick a few of these for my gin and tonics later, straight from the tree. There you go, you can reach those for me. Pink peppercorns!
Very good to try. Yeah.
No. Oh, you must really love me if you got that for me. You look like an intruder. Thank you. Wow, guys, look at this view and this water. It is so beautiful. This is quite a spot. Though I have to say, I definitely wouldn't want to go slipping down here. I think it's definitely a one-way route to disaster.
Kyrenia is such a stunning part of the island. It has rugged cliffs which are surrounded by crystal clear turquoise waters, hidden coves, and untouched beaches. The viewpoint here looked like something straight out of a postcard. It was absolutely unreal. Just a few minutes away from the viewpoint is this hidden beach that I was talking about earlier. It's the literal definition of a hidden gem and the perfect spot for a swim and a picnic.
We just found this absolutely amazing hidden gem spot. There's actually a beach club all the way on that side over there, but if you just come off opposite it, you don't have to pay anything. It's just like in this rocky, like I guess outcrop, and it's got the most beautiful crystal clear water. And now we've got a bunch of guys who have just come to do some spearfishing, so it's pretty cool too.
Hangi balık var bu? Hangi balık var bu?
Sokan var, orfo var. Orfo'yu vurmaya çalışıyoruz.
Orfo.
Bir şey, silah yok.
Yep, that seems like it's done the job. There's a massive crab over there. I'm sure you guys can see it. Oh my god, yes, it's moving. It's moving! I was trying to avoid the crab so badly, I ended up in the water.
After our time at the hidden beach, we headed up into the mountains to check out the North Cyprus reservoir. I honestly didn't expect it to be so beautiful. It looked something like out of Canada or Switzerland with the waters and the mountain backdrop, and definitely not what I expected for Cyprus.
Isn't this view absolutely beautiful? This over here is a freshwater reservoir. As you guys know, Cyprus is an island in the middle of the Mediterranean, so therefore they've got to get their freshwater source from somewhere, and this is it. We are having a little break before we head to the beach again to go look for some baby turtles and basically help them out their nests so they can get safely to the sea. Very, very excited.
After a quick bite of lahmacun, one of my favorite Turkish dishes, we headed back down to the beach to check out the baby turtles.
We are off to see the baby turtles.
The Kyrenia Turtle Watch plays a crucial role in helping baby turtles or hatchlings safely make their way to the sea. Volunteers carefully guide the hatchlings out of their nests and ensure they reach the water, protecting them from predators and human interference. Unfortunately, only about 1 in 1,000 hatchlings survive to adulthood, a number worsened by the impact of human development, light pollution, and crowded beaches, which disorient the turtles and make their journey even more dangerous than it already is. Watching the little hatchlings make their way to the sea was so heartwarming, and what the volunteers do to protect the turtles is seriously admirable and worth doing while you're visiting Cyprus. As the sun set, we wound our way through the mountains and stumbled upon the most charming village restaurant. It was a cozy spot run by a Turkish man and his Dutch wife, and the food was absolutely incredible. They served up real Turkish Cypriot classics like lentil soup, sigara börek, which is crispy pastry stuffed with cheese, and a true favorite, ganat, also known as chicken wings.
Look at those chicken wings, salad, rice. This looks incredible. And also they have the rice with the vermicelli inside.
Oh, Cypriot rice. See, this is good rice.
This was such a great place for dinner, and the people were so hospitable that when I told them I liked their granadilla, they proceeded to take down more from the tree for me to take home. While we are on the topic of Turkish Cypriot food, I have to share some more of my favorites from a spot we ate at in Kyrenia. Here we had börek with cheese, manti filled with beef and topped with yogurt, as well as fusilya, which is a type of bean stew that is very popular in North Cyprus and is absolutely delicious.
I don't know what it is, but in any single Mediterranean destination that I go to, I feel like I have to have a cornetto a day. I don't know if this is something that I just did when I was younger and I used to visit Greece, but it's just something that I feel like I always have to have a cornetto when I'm on any sort of island in the Mediterranean.
On day 3, we spent time exploring Kyrenia, our base for the trip. While it's probably the most touristy town in North Cyprus, it's a fantastic place to stay. The town is full of great restaurants, from upscale spots to affordable local eateries, and Kyrenia is also one of the most beautiful and charming cities. It has cobbled streets, old churches, ancient ruins, and like much of North Cyprus, is steeped in history.
Guys, look at this old church. It's actually, I cannot believe the history in this place. And the fact that these buildings are no longer used either.
The marina, which our Airbnb overlooked, is another star attraction of Kyrenia. It's lined with bars and restaurants facing the water, and honestly, it's so beautiful. While it's pretty quiet during the day, it comes alive at night with people strolling along the marina front. After a relaxing walk, I did finally find my cornetto, which I was very happy about, and then we headed out for a sunset boat trip right from the marina. A sunset boat trip is an excellent activity. It doesn't take up much time and is also a lot cheaper than a day trip. As you exit the marina, you're greeted by the sight of the Kyrenia Castle, a Byzantine-era fortress that dates back to the 7th century. It was originally built to protect the town from Arab raids. Besides that, seeing North Cyprus from the coastline during the sunset is truly stunning and a worthwhile activity. After our boat trip, we decided to dine at one of the higher-end restaurants in Kyrenia. There are plenty of upscale options, but Nima really caught my eye. I don't think I've ever seen so many rave reviews about a single place.
So Elliot is having telema, which is cod roe, right? Fish roe. Not my thing, but he liked it. And I've got foie gras over here with a nice toast. I absolutely love foie gras. And my first glass of white wine from the trip of shopping. But this is really beautiful and it goes so well with foie gras. Absolutely delicious. When it comes to nightlife, Nicosia is another great option. And I mean Nicosia on the north side, known as Lefkosia in Turkish. The streets were buzzing with life, filled with young people enjoying drinks and good company right on the street. The restaurant scene was also super impressive. We visited this really cool craft beer bar, and we also visited a spot called Lomi, which was set in a beautifully revamped old building. The cocktails were fantastic, the food was delicious, and the overall vibe was just perfect. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you a glimpse of the country that doesn't really exist. North Cyprus is a stunning place offering a bit of everything, whether you're into history, nature, or the social scene. Let me know what you think of this unique destination in the comments below, and stay tuned for part 2, where we'll explore a part of North Cyprus I bet you never knew even existed. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. See you guys soon.